ready?
Ready
All right, we live.
as I'll ever be.
We rolling.
Bedrooms, how many bedrooms?
How you doing?
I am A-okay. How are you?
I'm good. How you gonna start the show on your phone?
It's because I forgot to do this earlier.
So you're gonna do it while we're spending our time
Nah,
together,
like,
trying to have honest and open discussion?
I can still have it. Well, I can multitask for shit like this, but I can't
So
multitask
for
with
this
homework.
you with it, but for homework,
Like, man,
you're
that should
not.
be. Ugh.
Well, let's get right into it. I'm Dyami, and who are you?
Mimi.
You're Mimi. We're the Moragnes, and so thank you very much for spending some time with us this week and checking out our podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Lisbon, and at the ivyleagueradioshow.com, as well as other places. So, everything else aside, school week 2's almost a wrap. We're doing this on a Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday. Um, so, can I give you props for dealing with the madness that is Dyami Miguel, Klijamo, Kiyoshi, Vasquez, Moragne every day? He's on it, but at the same time, you still have to watch him a lot.
Yeah. Like, and it's not that he doesn't want to do it. He does. He's just lazy. And it's not really so much homework and shit, but it's about, I need this book. Like, motherfucker, I put him right there. Accessible for you. And he's like, I need a pencil. You got like 10 pencils there.
So he
So
just doesn't
he
want to
wants me
reach
to
it for
fucking
himself.
be there foot and hand, like tending to him.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was like, he got all the technology, all that shit. He got that shit down.
Yeah, he knows how to log in. He knows how he was showing me in the morning, looked at it, he's like, do it, then I could grab this, got to go here, then how to find this. Only had to help him find the Dojo app, but beyond that, he was straight. So I was I was impressed with his maturity when it came to technology.
Yeah, I felt ashamed. I'm like, damn, how this motherfucker. I mean, I pretend I know, cause I can't. Sean be knowing shit to him.
Well, he thinks that he can already beat you in an argument.
Yes.
Yeah, he thinks
Until
he
I
gets you.
tell him keep it up. And I'll smack your ass in the mouth. And then he's quiet.
Wait, well, that's perfect. You are all about capital punishment. I mean, you will spank your child, right? And
I'll spank you too.
what? Stop. We don't do. I don't do that. You know that. You know that. Every time you try to come behind me and smack me, nah. You get me once, but nah, that ain't cracking. Let's keep that 100 right now. This ain't no spanking.
No, it's the other way around.
What's the other way around? I spank
I
you.
like to be spanked.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
No, I don't. Wait, it didn't sound.
Yeah, look, it's all right.
Because we're talking about our son.
Right.
Damn, what the fuck you give me?
Here we
Seriously.
go. Are we already at that point of the episode?
Yes.
What did I give you?
That's why I always
episode?
tell you, like, I don't want to do this shit before.
Wait, normally we do this on Fridays, and you said, let's do it tonight.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I've
been cooped up in the house, so I got shit to do tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So
give me the game plan. We'll go into that subject later, but what are you doing tomorrow? Let's let you talk for a minute. Sounds like you.
I need to wake up.
Lord willing, yes.
Yes. Shower.
Great. Yes.
And then
hygiene
feed
is
y'all motherfuckers.
important. Yes, I need to be fed.
And then the trainer's gonna be here.
Okay.
So to set up Tito.
All right.
Go with the trainer.
Got you.
And then after the trainer, I got to go and return some stuff.
Okay. What are we returning? Because you going means I'm going. So
no, you ain't gotta go. You slow me down.
I slow you down.
Yes.
How's that?
So
I think I speed you up because we get out the store faster.
Nah, but I don't need to. I don't need your input or your
wait.
Oscar the Grouch fucking face.
You ask me, babe, how's this look? I tell you, you don't pay it any mind anyway. That's what y'all do. I'm only grouchy because you be in the same spot for 20 minutes looking at the same two blouses. Navy blue or North Carolina blue. Like, just pick a color, Nipsey, so we can keep it moving.
And that's a very uncomfortable situation.
How's that uncomfortable?
Having you all up on me.
So you would like me to walk away and go to like another aisle or something like that? Like what should be my protocol as you are in the store staring at the same two pieces of garments
Just
for
stand
30
there.
minutes? Just
Or
stand
don't
there.
come.
So I'm just there like Groot. I am Groot, just rooted. Or don't come, but I want to come. I want to spend time with you.
Okay, then don't complain. And don't be having that perro face and
So
shit.
why does it always have to be that? Why does it always have to be don't complain? Like, why can't it ever be 60-40, 70-30 in that situation? Like, maybe I'll spend 10 minutes instead of 30 minutes looking at the garment while I got the dude with no cartilage in his knees standing holding the bags.
Well, why do you come? Nobody asked. You swear I'm sitting there begging for you to fucking come.
I never said that. I said I want to spend time with you. All I'm asking is
All
for
right,
some
well, wait till I get home.
consideration. That's all I'm asking is for
Well, wait
consideration.
till I get home.
Why can you not consider that?
Wait till I get home, and you get that. I mean, you not being there all up on my back.
I'm all on your back.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It makes me uneasy. You're just like fuck, like a stalker and shit.
I'm your husband. I'm a
Yeah,
stalker.
but still, it's uncomfortable. Like,
That's
damn, I'm trying to
funny.
get shit. Like, I'm trying to go through my mental grocery list and shit, and then you
Mental. Explain to me what a mental grocery.
it's a
list
grocery
is.
stuff that I have mentally in my head. Like for when I go through the store, I go through the aisles and I remember.
So why would you not
I
write
have
it
it stored
down?
in my head because I forget when I write it down. I forget the shit I
Wait,
have.
whoa,
I need to stay
what?
focused. I know how I fucking work.
I know how you work.
Nobody tells you how to do your job.
Thank God.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. You just said you forget when you write it down. Does that mean you forget the list? Or you look at the list and forget what's on the list? Or what the list is for? I need clarification.
Like you, I don't even know anymore.
You don't even know anymore. Okay. All right, so you're returning.
All right, no.
You're
I don't
returning
know,
shoes,
but-
or what are you
no,
returning
whatever.
tomorrow?
I don't know. I forgot, but I need to do that.
Okay.
Then I need to come, and before it gets hotter, and start with dinner.
What are we eating tomorrow? We had Korean barbecue the last 2 nights. Fire. Good look on
Mhm.
that. Some of the stuff you made yourself was delicious. So what's on the meal for?
Thank
What's
you.
on the menu for Friday?
Tomorrow my mom's gonna do the protein.
Your mom's doing the protein. Okay. So what's that mean? We
She's
going back to the
gonna-
motherland?
She's gonna do. She has some breast.
Chicken breast.
Yeah, some chicken breast. They're thin.
Uh huh.
So she's gonna make. She's gonna marinate it
Okay.
with some garlic and I
Alright.
don't know, her own little.
So like
She-
kind
she
of like
does-
fajitas or something like that, or?
No. It's gonna be like more like just the pieces, the big pieces, like a
Oh.
little steak, like a chicken steak.
Oh, okay. A milanesa or?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's gonna be
something like
fire.
that. No, but she's not gonna coat it though. I mean, we don't need those carbs and shit. Like, damn.
The carbs.
Yeah, cause
No, I'm just saying.
it's
So
'cause
she's
I'm
gonna
already
fry it
gonna
like a
make-
steak. I got you.
Yeah, it's cause I'm gonna make potatoes already.
All right.
You know, and they're gonna be some papas bravas. I've never made those for you. Don't ask. But
They're hot papas.
Yeah, but
Right.
they're-
Yeah.
Oh man, my mouth
We
is
went
watering.
somewhere and we had them
Nah,
and you didn't
you've
like
never
them.
had them before.
We went somewhere and had them and you didn't like them.
I don't know where we went.
On everything. We went.
Okay, well, I
we were-
don't know
think we
where
were
we
somewhere in
went.
Mexico. We were somewhere in Mexico and you had them, and you were not impressed.
Somebody let me have some. I went to somebody's house, and they're like, "Oh, eat." I'm like, "No." I was like, "Well, just try these, try these."
Right.
And I had them. I was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
I've just had them that once.
I thought we went somewhere and they were like in a red kind of sauce, and you were like, "These aren't them. These aren't them," because the red sauce was kind of like, it was a spot in TJ, where
You
the
already
original
said
Caesar,
that.
the original Caesar salad spot. Remember they had the hot papas.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, "Nah, these aren't the real ones," or whatever. Shout out to them because their food was good. What is that called?
I don't know what's it called, but I know which one. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to all the
There's
family
original-
in TJ.
The
on
original
Mimi's side.
Caesar. The original Caesar.
Yeah, whatever the name of that restaurant is.
Where the
that's-
fucking Caesar salad was made.
That's where the Caesar salad originated, and we went there. Me, my wife, and Deuce. last time we were in Mexico in TJ, and Caesar salad was pretty cool. The food was cool. It's definitely good. I would go back
We got
for the experience. It was a nice restaurant.
we got bone marrow too, right?
Oh, the bone marrow was fire. I forgot about that. Yeah. If you've never had bone marrow, if you're listening, like, yo, D, you're bugging. No, it's one of the if done right, it is one of the single best pieces of food that you can.
Speaking
in my
of bone
opinion.
marrow,
Yeah.
your son
My son, yes.
and the fish eggs and
Deuce,
shit, like,
yes.
oh, I was gagging.
Why?
I'm like, Lord, because he put them in his fucking sandwich.
Yeah, omegas.
A ham,
Fatty
and
acids.
yes, but like, damn, like I could put it on a cracker with some cream cheese.
Hey.
Nah, he put it on his sandwich. He didn't want to wait.
He didn't want to wait. You know, I told you what I
Well,
would
you're
have done
acting
is,
like I
is
don't feed him
little
and
thin
shit.
piece of toast with some cream cheese and the fish eggs over it, and then he could have had it like that. But he was taking it spoonfuls to the mouth. He ate a sandwich and the whole nine. So maybe tomorrow morning you can make him a little rice cake, maybe with it on, and see how experiment, see if he likes it or not. You know what I mean? He definitely likes the fish eggs though. So I'm not mad at that at all. I know people might think it's disgusting, and what we're speaking of is the masago, the little small orange fish eggs that they put on, different types of sushi. My son will just eat.
Man, he had
He
these.
eats spoonfuls of this.
Yeah, he
which I'm
had
not mad
these-
at. Get it?
These
'Cause it's
Oriental
healthy.
women, and by Oriental I mean in every. It's not only just Japanese, Korean,
Asian.
but he had them all. You want? They would bring him spoonfuls and shit.
Oh yeah, when we go to the like dim sum houses, before Rona, sushi spots. Both Mimi and I love Asian food, and so we would go to different spots, and Deuce loves it. So they would bring him out at some of the spots that we frequent. They would bring him out little sides of that, and he would just eat that. So the other day we went to pick up some sides from a market that we used to go to, and was it Diamond Bar?
Mm-hmm.
And so we went there, picked up some sides for a little Korean barbecue joint that we did. My wife made some sides or whatever, and so we surprised him with the fish eggs. And
Shout out to K1 Termite
he
shit.
was grubbing.
That's how I learned. How I learned about all this food.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that. And
on
to some
Chenshaw.
extent.
Tell that story real quick. Tell that story of having to work for a company where they were listed in, was it the Yellow Pages? I think it was the Yellow
Yes, I
Pages.
think so.
You guys were listed in the Yellow Pages.
That's
and
what it was. I'm trying to remember.
And
the
what was your
story.
address? What was the real address of the spot? And they're still there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to K1 Termite.
1157 Crenshaw Boulevard.
Okay, but it was told to the person that worked at the Yellow Pages, who was going to put this information in, whoever was handling the information, it was told to them that it was 1157 Chenshaw Boulevard, right? Or Avenue. And so what would happen is customers would call, and people are assholes, much like myself, and there's nothing wrong with being an asshole. And they know it's supposed to be Crenshaw, but they're laughing because it's Chenshaw. And they would do what, babe?
No, it was just this one brother that had called, and he was selling something. I don't know. But he was a telemarketer. I don't know what he was trying to sell.
Okay.
But he had called, and he's like, "Oh, I'm." Because they would answer, and then the other lady would answer.
Yeah.
Everybody was Asian.
Yeah.
Everybody.
The other
except
lady's
me.
name was Joyce. Shout out to Joyce.
Yeah. So she so when they would ask to speak to a manager,
Right.
they would transfer him to me.
You're the manager.
So yes, and this
You're the
motherfucker tried to.
manager. Oh shit!
So
It's
this
all
motherf-
bad. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because I know how ruthless you are. You're the Suge Knight of termite companies. Go ahead.
So
Sugeette.
anywho, we he had called in
Sugar.
and stupid. See, you're making me forget the story.
It's okay.
Why are my ears hot?
I don't know because we're outside. Another al fresco
Damn.
episode. Come on, Sugar.
This thing already hit me.
Come on,
Alcohol?
Sugar Light. Let's go.
Um,
So the brother calls. He's a telemarketer. And it's the whole Chen Shaw
Oh yeah,
situation.
so he's like, oh, I'm trying to, I'm like, no, no, thank you, we're not interested. And he's like, oh, you know, I think he was actually advertising.
Advertising,
He's like, we'll
yeah.
get your spelling right and everything.
Oh,
And then
okay.
and I'm like, I was just like, at the moment wasn't thinking. And then he's like, are you one of them? And I'm like, and he was like a hood brother. It
Are
wasn't
you
like,
one of them? That's
and
some
then I'm like,
bullshit.
what the fuck? One of what? Who? He's like, are you are you Asian too? And I was like, nah. Um, I was like, nah,
That's
I'm
when
not.
did the hood come out at that point when you had to identify yourself as one of the other side? That's crazy. That people think this way, but it's
No,
reality.
I mean, I didn't.
Is that when
I
you were
was
like,
just.
nah?
Now was no. I'm telling you that now. Oh,
No, I'm asking.
what do you
How'd
want
you?
me to say? Like, I don't remember what the fuck I said.
Okay,
This was
that's all you
like
got to say. I thought that. I
probably
thought
over
you're.
10 years ago.
I thought you were reacting off of recall. But go ahead. I got you.
No, so yeah,
You
we.
said nah.
I said no. No, let me rephrase it. I said no, I am not.
Okay.
And
Okay, that's that voice. Go ahead.
and then he's like, oh, because you guys have it in your advertising as Chencha, so you know how they talk. I was like, oh Lord, I was laughing, but like inside,
Uh huh.
I was like, this motherfucker. But then I'm like, oh, we're still not interested. I just hung up. But how's that even relevant?
No, because I was just laughing at the
I'm fucking
fact
slow right now.
that I remember you telling me that story of Chen Shaw, and the fact that they probably lost a lot of business based off people just seeing that. You know what I mean? I know that if I open up a Yellow Pages and some shit is not, spelled properly, you get on me this all the time because I'm very lazy when I type on Instagram and Facebook because I'm just typing whatever comes to mind. I'm misspelling shit, not using the right, variations of words or whatever because I'm just boom, 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 just trying to, blast through it real quick, not trying to really be poetic. I just have shit flowing from my mind that I want to put on this page and get it out. But I can imagine in the business situation, if your telephone number is not right, if your address is not right, that makes you look suspect. Have you ever, as a consumer, sat back and be like, "Yeah, man, this don't sound right," just based off of looking at the information?
No, and
Because
it's not like,
we see that now.
but it's not like we got an ad for it. We didn't get an ad for it.
Oh, okay.
That was on their listing. They fucked up. It was their typo. It wasn't ours.
Right.
So we didn't have an ad right there. Every time the name would come out and then the address or whatever
Yeah.
of the business, and the name, the number, and then the address or some shit like that.
Right.
But we
Did you ever get
yeah,
it corrected or what?
I don't know. At that point, like nobody really used Yellow Pages anymore.
Yeah, it was
So
that was
I don't
dying.
think it was.
Yeah.
It was at the just It was before it was everything Google and
Yeah.
it was easier to find something online than to find something
Right.
quicker
right,
online
right,
than.
right. I got you.
So
I was there. I almost took a job with I think it was the Yellow Pages in Pasadena, and I was working as a barista somewhere, and I was working there, and I almost took a job with this spot, but it was right about that time, like you said, the internet was starting to come up, and it was. I just was like, man, it's not a good look, and I had talked to an older head at the time. I was like, nah, man, this is a way that is dying. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to work for Yellow Pages right now. And I end up not taking that opportunity. And then, years later, look where I'm at now. Booyah. Whatever. But,
you're married to me.
oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And we're coming up on the big 11-year anniversary
Yeah.
next
September.
month. Yes. So I'm not going to ask you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kick your foot. I'm not going to ask you how you feel and all that. We'll do that later around that time. But good run so far, would you say? Wow. Okay. Explain that energy. You're like, sound like
I'm
somebody,
slow right now.
auntie. Oh, okay. So you're not
Yeah,
the most
no,
capable of functioning of moods, huh? Is that what we doing?
I don't know what you're getting, but I'm in the process of getting stuck. I mean,
I know what you're saying.
what was your question?
Oh, this is gonna be a hilarious episode. My question to you was: so we are almost 11 years in.
Oh,
How are you
it's good.
enjoying our marriage?
It's good. I think we got to enjoy a lot of time by ourselves as a couple before Tito came. And, I enjoyed every aspect, like every stage of being with you.
Right,
You
right.
know, just courting
Courting. I
and
did court you. Yes, I did court you.
and just being engaged to everything else. It's just
Yeah,
living with my
we did the
parents
whole
to save
thing.
up money and get our home, and finally it's here and we have it, and we have a son,
Yeah.
and we have a pool.
What? Because you're looking at a pool right now,
No, but I was
or is
gonna
that the
say
most? Is that the next thing
we
after
don't
our
have an
son?
AC, but we have a pool.
Well, that was a decision you made, and so
No, I'm gonna get my pool. I'm gonna get my AC this year.
all
Hey,
my pale skinned folks, your light skinned Latina. Deuce's pale skin, even though he's got a little brown right now, and your mama's pale. You guys really get beat up in this hot desert heat, but your boy's good.
good for
You
you.
know, blessed by the sun god, bronze, golden,
Good for you.
bronzino, bronzy,
For
bronzy
somebody as
Wells.
bronze as you sure love you some pale ass skinned people, huh?
Well, yeah, I'm
So
proclaiming my
shut up.
bronzeness. I'm not putting you down. I love you for who you are. You could be Casper the friendly motherfucking ghost in here. You're not. You're just, you're not even that fair skinned of a Latina. You claim light skinnedness, and I think that's that colorism that happens in
when do I
Latinos.
say I'm fair? You're the one that always clowning.
No, you
Oh,
will say you're fair.
The,
So if I had to ask you, are you light skinned? What would you say? Or how would you interpret your skin color?
no, I'm colored.
Okay, but to what? I mean, you're just colored. That's it. You're just brown.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
don't- you
I'm
don't-
not blonde and shit. Either you
Okay.
blonde or you ain't.
Okay,
And
but
I
you
ain't.
could not be blonde and still be light skinned. There's
By blonde I
albinos,
mean
there's
light colored hair
Uh
and eyes.
huh. Okay, so you then classify people as far as light skin by their eyes and their facial and their hair features, not so much by their skin color and their pigment. And this might be too
Light
deep
skin,
of a
yeah,
conversation
no.
for you right now because you
Yeah.
a little faded. So if it's one you want to duck out of, I understand.
Yeah, no. No, it's just to me. It's
Well, let me
I
ask you
don't know.
this.
Like
Let me ask you this.
I already forgot the question.
Don't worry about it. Focus on this. Let me ask you this. What do you feel? How do you feel about colorism in the culture, in Latino culture? How do you feel like colorism?
I mean, it's definitely still frowned upon, and that's fucked up.
Frowned upon in what way? Like,
And like, if you're dark, you're
right,
the prieta, the India, like, dude.
right. Because growing up in a mixed family with not a strong connection to my grandmother's Latin roots, I didn't really understand it because all the kids were mixed. You know what I mean? My mom's sisters primarily hooked up with brothers, so we all looked alike pretty much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't weird to us. We had our own subculture of being Afro Latino. We did our own thing based on whatever our grandmothers and my aunts and the elders, who were experiencing that in that generation brought to the table. So I didn't understand colorism until I started really interacting with Latinos outside of my family and saw how the first thing I noticed was on TV. Every time I saw a dark-skinned Latino, they were a maid or they were the butler or they were, they were a dummy or something like that. And just how they were treated out in the community, you know what I mean, amongst other Latinos, regardless of whether you're Salvadorian or you're Mexican, you're Rican, you're Cuban. If you're dark, you're looked at another way. So I mean, you said that it's dumb, but like, how do you really feel about that, or what are your experiences with that, if you care to share those?
No, I mean, to us, because see, my dad's side of the family, they have light colored hair and their skin is light.
Yeah, you have some light
Yeah.
skinned folks for the most
But
part.
on the, with my mom,
Yeah.
they're dark as a motherfucker. They're dark skin,
Right.
and their hair is, it's thick and dark,
Your
but they have colored eyes.
your Tio Conrado looks like Red Fox. That when I saw him the first time, I was like, he looks like Red Fox. There's Red Fox hiding out in TJ. Just how he's the same complexion, facial features. Of course he's much younger than Red Fox, but he looks like Red Fox when Red Fox was in his late, when he was in his 60s or whatnot. But yeah, you have very dark skinned people on your mom's side.
Yeah. Yeah. What Yeah. So I can see it from both aspects of it, like, on my dad's side, it was, oh, fucking Indio, like people that were darker. And it's crazy because you got the fucking indigenous living in the fucking towns over there. Like, you got the Tarahumaras from where they're from,
And-
but they were frowned upon people that were dark.
But your dad married. Your mom has dark skinned family. Your uncle married a beautiful dark skinned woman. You know what I mean? To have beautiful dark skinned children. You know what I mean? So that's kind of crazy to me, is when you have, and not saying that anyone feels a certain type of way, but if you have a different voice sometimes within your family, you're not really able to speak within that culture. So you might not feel that it's cool for people to classify a certain type of person a certain way, but because the family influence is so strong, you don't speak. But in your personal life, you choose to have a very dark skinned, or not very, but you're a darker than normal skinned woman to bear beautiful children with. You know what I mean? On both sides. You know what I mean? So that's always crazy to me. That maybe it's not what we really believe in, but out of respect for the elders, we might allow them to get those opinions off, and even might seem to cater to them until we're in our own space and we live how we want to live.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's just a shame that we're still living in situations like this.
Just in the world where we even have to discuss about colorism and racism and sexism and all the isms you want to go ahead and put on it. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
it's sad.
in a way, you just don't want to be you don't want people to be scared of it, but at the same time, just expose yourself to it. Like, be involved with, try to just be open to things. I mean, it's just, it's color. It's a beautiful thing, being able to experience another culture.
If you want to do that, and if you
and
don't,
it's just
you don't have
okay,
to.
but be respectful.
Exactly. But in the same token, you don't need to be disrespectful, and you don't need to be hateful. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't rock with. There's a lot of shit that I don't support. But I'm not going to go ahead and try to make their lives miserable. Now, there's a line. Pedophiles and shit like that, in my personal opinion, need to be dealt with. But outside of that, if you like a certain type of person that disagrees with what I believe in on, political tip or whatever, that's your business. Be respectful for me. We can keep a conversation. We can have some sort of relationship. And this is what I think social media has really got fucked up, is that everybody feels that because I follow you or I'm a friend of yours on whatever social media device. I'm not speaking about myself. I'm speaking about in general. That people think like we're really solid. We're really together. And we really must have these same ideals. And when someone says something that is outside of what you really believe in, you are now offended and have to defend your point to not yourself, but to the other people who can see it on social media. And I just don't rock with that. Like, you can feel how you want to feel. I'm going to feel how I feel. If you want to have a debate based on fact, we can go ahead and do that. If you want to yell and scream at each other on social media all day, I got kids to raise. I got my wife to take care of. I got a dog to train. I got my nuts to scratch. I got a whole list of stuff that comes before fighting with cats on social media.
Yeah. I don't.
That was the reason you left, right? And will never come back. Are you ever going to come back to social media? I know Wendy was saying you need to come back. Shout out to
Yeah,
her and
nah.
Bianca and the fam.
Marianne too.
Marianne.
She be saying to go back, but it's just to me, especially now. Like I don't need that shit in my life right now. I got so much. What I need is more hours in a day. That's what I need.
You ain't going to get those, baby.
So I ain't gonna get Instagram then. That's just
Oh,
takes
no, no. I
away.
feel you on that.
And
I'm
not
not
only that,
pushing
but
you
when
to
you
do
go
it.
in there, it's just negativity. I'd rather live in a fucking bubble and not know shit than just be right now. Right now in my state of mind, I can't.
Well,
I
where's
just
your
can't.
state of mind? Explain that to me.
I'm
And
just.
I apologize. I'm getting
I'm just
nice.
irritated
As far as
with
what?
everything.
What irritates you right now?
Just the whole not being able to live a normal life. I understand. I respect it. That we're under
So the
those
quarantine
circumstances.
is officially broken your
Yeah.
mind state type of
And
thing.
then the
Yeah.
fact, the
A lot of
schooling
people are there.
shit. Like
I think you're doing well when it comes to schooling, though. I think you have higher
I've lost it.
expectation.
I lost it today. I mean, it wasn't that bad because he, quickly when he saw that I was tripping, that I was telling
Were
him
you
like
tripping
I
on the
had
camera to the teachers or what?
no. After when we were doing homework, he's so smart, baby. He's just lazy and he's
He is.
finicky. I'm like, okay, take a break before we start. No, mommy, I want to do it now. I'm like,
Yeah.
take a break because you need to. I want to do it now, mommy. I want to do it now.
And then you guys start, and what happens?
Um, we start and then he starts like all moving around, wiggling and
Complaining and
nope.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that means he's done. He's just being stubborn. So normally, if I give him an opportunity, like the first time he starts wiggling and fidgeting and stuff, he's tired. Then I go tell him to go lay down in the room or whatever, or I'll read to him or something like that, something where he's able to relax for a minute and then go back. But I think you did a great job. He got a lot done this week. He did his numbers at 1 to 100 in no time, easy. So he's just lazy. He reminds me of myself, which is really scary when it comes to just he wants to learn, but he only wants to learn about shit that he wants to learn about, and that really hurt me going through regular public school. And I want to keep him in regular public school because I'm a firm believer in you got to go through public school and you got to deal with some of the shit public school is going to expose you to, bullies. And I'm not saying this doesn't happen anywhere else. But there's a lot of shit that happens in public school that is going to correlate directly to situations in life that you're going to go ahead and have to deal with. And I would rather have him be 100% prepared to deal with whatever than the first time he's got to deal with something completely like, oh man, what do I do type of shit. You know what I mean? I want him, and it's a horrible stereotype to say people who go to public school are soft or don't go through this and that. I just want him to, and again, this sounds horrible, to deal with just regular folk. Majority of people in public school have are families who are doing well enough to send them there. And I want my son to be a little more grounded and deal with everybody and have to see what different struggles due to different types of people and how he's going to have to relate with them. Because in my experience, and I can only say this as a father, that is what I have experienced. The more well-rounded of an individual, the more people that I put myself in common with, even people that, let's say, I wouldn't normally chill with, to gain the experience of understanding where they're coming from and being able to understand what they've been through and what's affected them is something that I think was key to me being who I am. So I want to be able to give Dyami that experience as well. Now, if learning wise he needs something else and public school's not cutting it, and he's, let's say, is blessed enough to get an opportunity where he does something else, then yes, I will definitely make sure that I'm maximizing his potential and giving him the best opportunity of being successful. I'm not going to hold him back from that. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that he does his best to be his best, and then I can make sure that he's getting that real life experience in different ways as well. So I know that was not even what we were trying to talk about, but I think school wise you're doing a good job. It's week 2. He's looking forward to it. So I would say try not to put as much stress and pressure on yourself.
I'm not, cause shoot, next week I'm back to the gym.
Hall-
Adios.
Hallelujah. I got it. While you out there, I got it.
So I mean, it's gonna be a little more complicated, cause now
Now you gotta
I
work.
gotta come straight back. I can't do my store runs, so I'm gonna just have to do those
You
on Friday.
we just need to make sure that we're synchronized in regards to that. Like on Wednesdays when I got a lot of shit cracking, you can't do those store runs because I got a lot of stuff cracking. Like my whole day from like 9 to pretty much I'm almost out of there is all meetings and conference calls and stuff like that. So, you know, on
So I mean, it's
Wednesdays.
cool.
But
I'm gonna just
listen,
do them on
listen,
Friday.
listen. Monday, you got it. Tuesdays, you're good. Wednesdays, that's just that one day. Thursdays, I'm gonna be interviewing folks coming up. So I think I start at 12. So as long as you're back by 12, I'm good. And then it's really just communicating with Dyami and letting him know he can't come check on me. And I appreciate him coming to see what's going on with Pops and
No, I
popping in
tell
or
him
whatever.
as soon as
But
he wakes up, I tell him, go say good morning to your father, and he'll go. But I don't know, he'll
I
stay
love
there.
it. He
or-
comes in, he's like, guess what time it is? And then Junior sits in front of me. And then once Junior sees Dyami, Junior gets up and walks over to him and they greet each other and his tail's all wagging and Dyami's
Oh, he's
like,
happy
yeah.
to see.
Yeah, he's like, look, why is your tail wagging? Dyami tells him, why is your tail wagging? And he'll grab his tail or whatever. And then Junior will kind of block him from coming to see me. So Dyami will back up and Junior will lay down in front of my feet and Dyami will run and jump to me. And I'm sitting in the chair and I'll grab him or whatever and greet him. And then Junior will get all jealous and try to get up on me. It's hilarious. But we've been attempting to take a picture of me holding Junior and Dyami together. All three of us have been trying to take this picture for about 2 months now and can't pull it off because it's just haywire. We have the perfect picture, but Dyami's too slow to pass me the phone. Or once Dyami gets the phone, it's like Junior knows what's cracking. Like, nah, you're not gonna catch me slipping. You know, we step brothers to the end, homie. You know, and doesn't want to get caught lacking in one of these tender moment pictures that we have of him. So he'll go ahead and start acting a fool. So it's pretty hilarious.
This was tearing up that bone like
Yeah, well,
you
he's
be tearing
teething.
up the coochie.
Hey, fuck it up.
Look at him.
Fuck it up. Doom, da, doom, doom.
But can we get back to the show?
All right, well, this is the show. What are you talking about? What you want to talk
No,
about?
didn't
now?
you have questions?
I did, but you over here, you know, taking it
I ain't
everywhere.
even talking. You're the one that's talking.
Oh, baby, you gonna listen back to this and be like, yo, I was turned. I was turned. All right, so
My face is hot.
good. Let's start off with your boy, nasty ass Robert Sylvester, aka R. Kelly.
The Kells.
Some of his cohorts have been charged with basically trying to pressure victims and pay bribes. Supposedly he has a account set up somewhere else with up to $1 million in it. They have tape of a gentleman saying, yeah, we're going to pay her not to talk. She got too much. In my opinion, this has to be the final nail in the R. Kelly coffin. There can't be anybody else who's shooting him any bail. This has to be a wrap, in my opinion. I just can't understand how anybody can shoot him bail at this point when it comes to these charges of him doing what he does to these women. So let me ask you, is enough, or were you already done with him when it comes to these charges
No,
a while
I was
ago?
already done. I don't think he can get out of that one. Like this, whatever happened, that was just he's done. He's done because I mean, the article you sent me, it didn't say anything about them, about R. Kelly actually asking for somebody to do this.
No, it didn't, but
So it's the other whoever was
so you're saying these gentlemen are acting independently and are offering
I
up
mean, that's all it is.
$500,000. So let me ask you, is there anybody not named Dyami Moragne, senior or junior, that you would offer up $500,000 to keep out of trouble?
let's just say Junior.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
say
So
C.
no, that's cool. So you're gonna yeah, we already have an
just
understanding.
kidding.
If
'Cause
any
we ain't
bullshit
got no
ever goes,
bullshit.
first of all, we already have an understanding. If any bullshit ever goes left and
'Cause I'm about to
something
have to go to
happens,
fans only shit.
I'm gonna take the
I'm,
charges and you gonna raise our son.
no,
We've discussed
I
that.
ain't working. Fuck that.
We've hey,
Shit.
well, you gotta get it
Nah,
together.
you.
You said fans only. I know what you're gonna do on there, and you gonna make some bomb ass kimchi soup.
Shit, watch.
you be charging.
Watch me.
You be charging cats $20 a month for some recipes, like
Shit.
some keto recipe. Hey, you really could get that cracking. You had some fire keto recipes, but anyway. So no, I'm just saying like
I want to fusion. I want to I want to do a Mexican Korean fusion, but it's not just tacos. I'm talking about the authentic Korean.
all right. So give me some authentic
Meals,
Korean meals that you
but
could
just give it
fuse with
the-
Mexican food.
Give it the Mexican twist.
All right. Well, come on, hit
It's
it.
not like do like the kimchi.
Kimchi.
It has powdered ground like chiles.
Right.
So instead of using the Korean chiles, using the Mexican chiles to
Okay.
make that kimchi.
So what kind of chiles would you make with if you did a Mexican
It
kimchi?
have to
what
be a
would it
mixture though, because
All right, break it down.
you want to have it. I want to have it with a little kick. So I'll probably do. I'll definitely do arbol. And you can have like different flavors. I love me some chipotle, so I can have one with chipotle flavored.
No, it's not that. Go ahead. So
Um,
it's chipotle flavored kimchi.
yeah.
Okay.
Or just some with arbol and make it a little
Audible.
spicier.
What about a habanero spice one?
You stupid? Ain't nobody gonna eat that.
No, what? They would
My
tear
booty
that up.
burning, nuh-uh.
And check it
I'm
out.
trying to eat this shit. I ain't trying to make it. No, I'm trying to eat it.
Well, my mind's always on business. So
Uh-huh.
anybody out there who
Trying to
steals this
fucking pick my
idea,
ass.
hey, anybody who steals this idea, you owe me 50% off top. So check this out. What if you did a habanero spice kimchi?
What if you did a habanero spice kimchi?
I'm saying somebody, all right? I'm not saying you. I'm just saying somebody. This is an idea that I'm putting out there. So stop hating.
Damn.
So let's say you did a habanero spice kimchi. You did a line of kimchi. Mexican influenced kimchi. You had a whole line. And what if you called it
Ay, Dios. Here we go.
binchi? Like binchi, but binchi. You get it? Kimchi, binchi. You know what I mean? The Mexican twist, the tie-in of the chi. You know what I mean? Come on now. What do you feel?
Next question.
You hating on that pitch? Binchi.
That's stupid. Yes.
Why is that stupid?
You trying to always.
What? You just said
You doing way too
I
much.
miss the ambitious you,
Babe,
the you
yeah,
that had
but we gotta think about
dreams and
serious names and
goals.
shit. You
And
can't be
I just kicked your thick ass a very good idea, something that could be done. And you was like, nah. But that's all good. Pinchy. Look, you laughed because you know it's fire. Pinchy. Pinchy.
I love you though.
Mexican infused kimchi.
But yeah, that's just
But
a
so
thought.
okay, so let's get back to Kels. I mean, how do you feel about the people who are enabling him? Because you mentioned, hey, it's not directly Kels, this is other people. Why do you feel these people interject themselves
why?
in this disgusting situation
It's just
that involves
okay, I
kids and the abuse of
understand-
women?
I understand sometimes you love somebody, you want to protect them, but some people just cross the line for protection. He deserves to do time. He deserves
Of course he does. Big time. Rest of his life. Forever, ever, forever, ever.
You can't be blinded by his talent to know he fucked up, to know he did wrong. You can't. You just can't. That ain't, so to
Listen,
me,
he's one of the greatest songwriters ever. One of the greatest artists ever. But he's a piece of shit human being. And it is what it is. He's done. It needs to be a wrap. And that's my personal opinion. If you want to go out there and still celebrate him and honor him, somehow while incarcerated last year, he was able to amass $1 million. So tells me that somehow his music is still making him money somehow. As horrible as these contracts are alleged to be.
wasn't it that 8-minute song?
I admit it. I did it. But I mean, it's a tragedy. It's disgusting because this man needed help at some point. And now it's not so much about him, it's about the people who represent him for me now. The people who continue to enable him and continue to hide these crimes. And let's not get it twisted. These things happen outside of R. Kelly. I'm not even going to go into all the other child, abuse, sexual slavery stuff that goes on. There's enough out there. You know what to type in. You know what to discuss. It's there. It's real. It's happening. So that's not my place or my platform where I want to speak on that. But I don't rock with it. It's disgusting. And if you rock with it, then you deserve to be dealt with. If you participate with it, you deserve to be dealt with. If you hide it, condone it, co-sign it, and refuse to acknowledge it, in my opinion, you deserve to get dealt with. But Kels will get what's coming to him. We are not the people to be the judge and the jury and the executioner. These are just my personal opinions. I ain't fucking with it. I know he's a musical genius, but I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
And you can divide the two. You can say someone is good at what they do, and not celebrate it by not playing it. You're just acknowledging, yeah, he's good at what he does. But I don't choose to rock with it because of the type of the person he is.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Hopefully everybody who, again, enables any of this type of behavior, not participates, but enables any of this type of behavior, whether you're the district attorney who doesn't press charges, the judge who dismisses the case, anyone within any of these situations, if you are allowing this to happen, then shame on you. And hopefully you get what's coming to you. So let's flip this. Let's flip the whole entire conversation and get into something
you be all
else.
fucking depressing and shit.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I get in my get in my dropping knowledge bag, and me, I'm very passionate about certain things. I love all people, but I especially love children. And they need to be protected, and they need to be nourished, and they need to be, raised correctly and exposed to everything in life, not just your little corner or your little farm or your little suburb, wherever it is. They need to understand that they are part of the world, and they are part of the human family, not just their color or their creed or their religion or whatever. Because once they get outside of that, and that's why so many people are ill prepared, they learn from the internet instead of learn from really interacting with people in those communities. And you go into a community thinking you know it from what is glamorized on TV or in the internet, and you go in offending folks. No matter where you go, doesn't matter if it's a brown neighborhood, a black neighborhood, an Asian neighborhood, an Armenian neighborhood. If you go in with off some stereotypical stuff instead of going in sincere, it's dead from jump. There's no way to establish that type of relationship. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get too serious. We're gonna get silly real quick. Before we get silly, let's shout out our niece.
Which one?
Lala.
Oh, Lala.
She just started her first business, and it's called
fucking hustling.
It's called Mafia's Finest. You can find her on Instagram. That's Mafia's _finest _ Mafia's MAFIAS _finest FINEST _. And now what she does, she is a nail technician, but she also has body whip butter or something like that, something that I don't use on my dry ass body. And then she also has, if I'm not mistaken, lip gloss. And she's named a lip gloss after her uncle, Sam Capone. I don't know why you would name a lip gloss after him, but it's called a Capone, and it's dropping in a couple weeks. She also has body scrubs and a whole lot of other stuff. So she is currently located in Menifee area. So again, that's Mafia's Finest. Mafia's _finest _ You can find her on IG and reach out to her because she's going to have a whole bunch of stuff available soon. Really proud of her putting things into motion. Big ups to Adrena for supporting her daughters and really pushing them. I love to see mothers really push their daughters forward, and I gotta give Adrena a lot of love for that.
It's hard as fuck. But when you see women out there doing it,
Yeah.
just not giving a fuck about what people think and just doing it her way
Yeah.
and making sure those kids are good
Yeah.
by all means necessary.
Yeah.
So, and the kids, man, they're all of them. They're just great kids too.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right. Right. Right.
I love those little fuckers. But
They ain't
they
so little though.
yeah, they're just they're kids. They're good kids.
Yeah.
They're
So
good kids.
definitely big ups to all
But
of.
Lala, proud of you, love you, keep it
Yes.
up. I have to set up an appointment with you.
I guess she has a calendar now.
Oh,
We
she
got to get
braids
on.
hair too.
She's got a calendar. That's
I better
yeah.
bypass that calendar,
That's
girl.
that I was told. I was
Shoot.
told I wasn't on the calendar because I told her I wanted to do my feet
That's you.
since I can't
Oh,
get.
that's why
anybody
she don't want
around.
to fucking.
Well, she said she doesn't normally do them, but I said you're not official into the game until you do my feet.
Yeah,
So
babe.
what? She said she's gonna do my feet one time. You ain't doing my feet,
That.
and I can't get in to see anybody
Don't be
else.
doing that to her.
My feet ain't even that bad. You foul. You real foul. Are my feet that bad? On your
Babe,
mama. On your mama, how
side
bad
of
my
the
feet is.
your side of the bed, the sheets are tore.
That's a lie. I don't even have toenails right now.
Look at my ankles. They're all sliced up.
No, your ankles are gripped up. They ain't sliced. Those are fingerprints, baby.
No, below
Those are
that.
Below that. What do you mean,
Yes.
below what? Your calves?
That's above.
So my toenails are slicing your Achilles heel? You out there walking like Kobe after he shot them free throws going Get out of here.
Yes.
You extra.
Look,
What? No, your heel.
not my heel.
Your heel
my
is your
ankle.
What about your ankle? Your ankles are fine.
No, gosh, whatever.
Yeah,
You when we're sleeping,
Yes.
you kick me or you move your leg and you slice me with your nail.
Babe, I have no nails
You
right
asking
now.
me, right? So why you gonna ask me if you are not gonna take
Okay.
my honest?
All right. I just put a picture
Reply.
up on social media today in reference to this topic which we are discussing now, where people can clearly see I have no toenails. So I don't know about this Wolverine foot nigga that you sleeping with. I don't know what you got, a superhero? You got an X-Men that be coming through?
That's okay. You want me to break it down?
Break it down, please.
Okay,
Drop
your
knowledge.
crusty ass fingernails
My crusty ass fingernails.
grow with your skin.
Grow with my
So
skin.
a lot of they're attached.
Okay.
So it's crazy because
Uh-huh.
the middle of it
The middle.
is attached to the skin,
It's attached
and
to
the
the skin.
edges,
And the edges.
it's what's like very low.
Okay.
So
low,
that's
low,
why I
low.
push
Apple
it
bottom
back.
jeans,
And
preferred.
And I make you bleed sometimes. I don't like
yeah,
doing
okay.
that. I'm not a professional on what the fuck I'm doing.
All right, so we're talking about you doing my feet versus how my feet are cutting you.
Yes, that's why they're cutting me, because you cut them, but you don't be doing it right.
Oh, so because I can't cut my own toenails
So
properly,
that's why you need
you
to.
get sliced up. That's for the hip hop heads right there. Go check out our Honest Conversation about Hip Hop podcast. Sal Capone, Big Pooh, whatever. Anyway, so all right. So anyway, I'm going to go see Lala so Lala can get my feet right because
Oh,
I
Lord.
need them to get moistured and textured and all that other stuff that you should be doing, but you ain't.
You know, put that poor girl through that distress,
Hey, she'll be able to tell the story.
through that trauma.
She'll be able to tell the story. So much love to her. And then big ups to my oldest niece, Nia Yolanda, who has been accepted to Pepperdine University
Mm-hmm.
and is now scheduled to graduate class of 2023. And if I'm not mistaken, she will be graduating with her master's in, I think it's child psychology or psychology as a whole. So I'm very proud of her. And very proud of my sister, another strong woman. Shout out to Adrena, but also shout out to Naima for, making sure that her daughters understood how they needed to be successful in life. Not just so much for themselves, but,
Junior,
not so much for her, but really just for herself. So proud of you, Nina. I know you're not listening because you're too cool. But props to you, and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you graduate post-Rona. So, any shout-outs you want to give, babe, before we move on? We actually an hour in and really ain't talked about none of the
I
topics
know
we
you.
wrote
I'm
down.
telling you, I'll be wasting time.
No, I think this is a good conversation though, because we talked about some good shit.
But
Even though you zoned out over there.
yeah, that was good though. What is that, Mayor or something?
Myers rum. Myers rum. That's that. It's not that. It's not that expensive, and it's it works. Does the trick.
It's good.
So speaking of me going to get done up by Lala, so let's say I went to Lala, I came back and I had designs on my toes, on my feet. I had the Atlanta Falcons, and on my hands.
If she came, I would be laughing. If
no, I came home that way. You didn't know. I came home. I had the Atlanta Falcons on my feet, and then on my fingers I had
just probably
I
look
had the
at
Chicago Bulls.
roll my eyes and just leave.
So are you cool with men getting nail designs, or is that something that you're not cool with? This rap kid Yachty did it. There's a couple other cats that I know that do it. How do you personally feel about men getting nail designs? How do you feel about men just self-care, the grooming that men do?
No, self-care is required. I mean,
of course, off top.
That's fine. I don't mind you like going out. You need to. You definitely need to go out and get pedicures and shit.
Go out, keyword. Go ahead. Yeah, why can't you just do it? Real spec.
Because I'm not a professional.
Okay, but
every time I do it, I cut you and you're bleeding.
Yeah, but I think that's. I mean, are you doing that?
Not on purpose.
So that's the best of your ability.
So I'd rather I'd rather pay for something good for you.
Right.
To me, that's just that's just how I roll.
But I rarely
so I don't
go.
mind. We can go. We can.
And then I'd be walking around like with the Mummy Returns feet.
No,
like Dwayne the Rock Johnson coming to get me or something.
No, we can go. I don't mind.
Brendan Fraser.
It's just not right now. I ain't sitting outside with the fucking moscas in the heat.
I'll sit outside with the moscas in the heat.
Okay, well, I'll drop you off.
Shout out to M80 who sat outside. I don't know if he had any moscas or any type of heat, but he got his feet done recently. And I told you to schedule me so I can go down. My feet need to get dead. So either you doing it or I'm out there at the moscas in the Chino heat.
You're out there with the moscas.
With a cold drink in my hands.
That's where your brown skin is gonna help you.
Shout out to India Irie. Brown skin.
So
caught up in my brown skin.
Don't complain. The tropical man in you.
The tropical man in me will get me through. I'll be getting my feet done.
I mean, I'm cool.
Maybe I'll bring
right.
some.
I'm
gonna turn that into an experience. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna schedule myself an appointment since you hating. I'm gonna go down with a drink that I can drink outside, like a Buzzball or something like that. Shout out to Buzzball Loon. I'm gonna drink something like that. Maybe one of those little prepared little fake cocktails or whatever. And then I wonder if I can bring a joint.
Really?
I'm outside in the parking lot, smoke a joint, drink my cocktail, get my feet did. Fire. Tell me that ain't fire. Am I lying? You know you wish you could do that at Glen Ivy. You know you. Someone needs to open up a spot like that once the Rona's over, where you can go smoke herb and I think Mike Tyson has a ranch way out there that's probably what's gonna happen. But it'd be a nice little spot where someone got an Airbnb.
You know what will be in our anniversary? Our anniversaries will be up in there.
Yeah, it's coming up. It'd be nice.
I found a few spots right now.
Okay.
That are open. People canceled.
All right.
So I'm gonna look into those, and we gonna have a trip.
Okay.
A trip. I just didn't want to go and set up anything because we didn't know with, Rusty how everything was going to play out. I didn't feel right leaving when he could hardly walk to a place that he needs to go out. He doesn't know, so he's blind, and he won't be able. It wouldn't be. I just couldn't do
we
that.
made that decision. If Rusty was still living at that time, we weren't gonna make him travel somewhere. We wanted him to have the last of his days at home, which was accomplished. I feel we do need some time away from the house, just for a change of scenery, because we've been here too long. So I'm willing to go spend some time Palm Springs, San Diego. I really wanted to rent a beach house, but I guess that's not cracking. But just go away somewhere so we can spend some time away from our normal surroundings and come back, reboot, appreciate where we're at. So, and nothing better than our 11th anniversary to go ahead and do so. So you want to put it together? I trust you. I love you. I know it's gonna be fire. All I ask is there for it be a barbecue grill and a jet little pool, little tubs that you like to, we like to take our baths in. A little pool so we can go ahead and dip, and that's it. That's all I need. All I need is you and you and my
We're
family.
gonna have to take this Buster song.
Oh no, definitely. We'll take Junior. You know what I mean? Just to have him out there and doing the same.
So I'm trying to get a little bigger pool,
right?
Or at least our size pool,
right?
So they can. Because Tito's like, right. I don't care where we stay. It just needs to be a pool. It can't be smaller than our pool.
Right, because he likes to swim around and stuff like that. He's getting really good in the water too.
Yes.
So
he can go through the whole thing without breathing. I can't even fucking do that.
He's amazing.
Buster.
But yeah, we need a nice sized pool, and we deserve it. We deserve to go away for a little bit to just, he's been cooped up this whole time here, just to get out and see some other things. I think is something that we should really consider for our anniversary. At least for us to get one night alone. So I can, wine and dine you and lick the lining, you know what I mean, like I used to, you know what I mean? Actually, like I still do. I'm not gonna front.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. I still do.
But
I still have no
bitches. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look for something right now.
Yeah.
We go inside and I'll book something.
Yeah, let's book something this weekend so we have something to go ahead and look forward to. You know what I mean? And like I said, we back on our exercise shit Monday, so we have more than enough time to be feeling really good come that. Our anniversary, because you better be ready anniversary night.
I'm ready.
They pushed back Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, so it's going to be Moragne versus Moragne anniversary night. I don't know how many rounds
so it's not going to be that weekend?
No, they pushed it back. Word is Roy needed to get in better shape, so they're going to fight in November, and Mike is coming for his head. Mike says he's going to knock him out. So I think it's better that they push it back, because Roy was out here looking like me, and Mike's looking real good. So I would hate for Roy to get embarrassed and hurt like that, because Mike's not playing no game. So smart decision to go ahead and move that back. So real quick, let's see what else we got to cover. This is crazy. We came in with a game plan and completely threw it out the window. So you are with men getting manicures and pedicures, but you're just not with all the wild stuff, right? Hello, Mimi Moragne.
Yes.
How do you feel about men and their manicured nails?
No, what I said.
You're cool with it? You don't really care?
To me, to you, I wouldn't.
If me, I'm speaking as your husband. I come in with Atlanta Falcon.
I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you've lost your mind.
Like, I just went crazy.
I wouldn't make you take it off, but I'd just be like.
Would you treat me any differently? Would you like not?
I mean, I'll hear you out. Not at the moment.
But
after Tito's asleep, I'm gonna need to hear a damn good reason.
So what if I came in just with the painted nails and everything, and I was trying to say Tito was asleep, I slid in a little late, and I was trying to get all touchy feely with you?
I would not know.
That.
I would talk to you first.
I just couldn't.
That's the first thing. As soon as Tito's down,
I couldn't just make love off rip with the Atlanta Falcon toenails.
As soon as I put Tito down, we'd be having a conversation, you and I.
All right, so let's have the convo. What you gonna tell me?
You don't have painted nails.
But just pretend.
Nah,
pretend
I can't pretend.
Pretend I got We Ready on my toenail.
You always say pretend.
Or See Red. Pretend I got See Red on my thumb.
It just. When it happens,
okay, so
you just go with the flow.
Let me ask you.
It all depends on how you're feeling that day.
Okay.
Was it a stressful day, an easy day? I don't know how I'm gonna react. Like, this shit.
All right, so let me ask you this: what is the probability of me coming in with painted toenails and nails?
0% chance.
Okay, so that's why you have to pretend, because that's never gonna happen. And again, it's not anything that I'm against.
So
people live their lives. So that's not me.
Stupid.
I'm just saying, what would you do? Would you be? You said you would hear me out. So would you be like, cool, babe, we'll see how you like them? Or would you demand for them to be taken off?
I wouldn't say cool, and I wouldn't demand. I would think you would do it on your own.
But if you don't tell me that you're not cool with it, how am I going to know that you're not cool with it?
Really?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Do I have to go off body language only, or do I get verbal? Verbal cues from you?
You'll see my reaction.
I'll see your reaction.
Yeah, how I react, and you'll know.
Okay. So you would be zero. There's zero tolerance in the world of Mimi Moragne for her dude to have painted nails. with any type of decals or anything
Yeah,
on
because
them.
that just doesn't go with your persona, you know. I mean, I love you any way, but it's just not.
So would it be the change up
No,
that
like
would
midlife
shock you?
crisis or some shit. Like, what are you going through? You know?
So if you met me, if when we met and I had painted nails, would you have let that? Would have been an automatic
Yeah, oh,
deal
no, I
killer?
wouldn't have.
So we wouldn't have been here to this day if you would have met me and I had painted nails.
Uh huh.
That would have been an
No,
instant turn
that's
off.
just not. Yeah, to me, it's just like, you know, I'm not. I dudes need to have facial hair. To me,
Dudes,
like the dudes I've dated, like you
But
need
what
to
if you
have
can't
facial
have
hair.
facial hair? What if it's not
I
possible?
won't date you. It's not, you know.
Okay, so it's a preference.
Yes.
I mean, you're just not saying you're not a dude if you don't have facial
No,
hair. Okay.
no, I'm not saying
That's
that.
your
It's just-
dating preference.
That's my preference.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm glad that at least I checked one box, facial hair. How many boxes did I check?
Yeah, gotta have big arms too.
I got those 2 boxes.
You see Tito? So stupid.
He
He's
thinks
like,
he's
"Mom,
buff."
Look at these muscles. Look.
Yeah, yeah.
And then oh, he hit me last time with.
What did he say?
Check this out. So last time he's like, mom, he wants me to hear me. Oh wow, like
Yeah.
mom, look, check out these muscles.
Right,
and he turns
right,
he's
right.
like, touch it, and I
Yeah.
touch it. And I was like, ouch,
Yeah.
and he's like, yup, and look at this, and he'll lift up his shirt,
Mhm.
and he's like, I'm like Isaiah now.
Oh, with his little 2-pack.
Yes, I started laughing.
Yeah, 2-pack Shakur over there.
I
Yeah.
mean, you stupid. I just started cracking up. He just said that not too long ago.
Yeah, no, he told me
I
today.
forgot.
He's like, Daddy, your muscle, it might be stronger, but mine is tighter. And then he made his muscle real tight. I was like, pick up that rice. He's like, nah, that's too heavy. I was like, yeah, shut up. Go over there. With my flabby muscles, I could easily pick up that rice. You over here struggling, trying to help me in the house. I got it, Daddy. Ugh. Oh, my back.
Man, I can't believe my arms are still hurting.
Good.
I haven't worked out all week.
Well, we
And
back.
my
Like I
arms are
said,
still sore. Like, man, I'm discovering muscles I never knew I had.
I'm going hard Monday. I'm back in the gym. Shout out to everything I'm about to do. I'm about to walk them 5 miles. I'm back. I've taken a long break, almost like 3 weeks, and I think that has played a part in me not feeling as good as I should feel. So I definitely need that time.
And it's like you need that self-care. You just need it.
Right. That plays back into self-care 100%.
Because,
You need to.
I just...
You need to. So, but I'm back and
my
I'm
body's all
excited.
feeling fucked up now.
Yeah.
And I'm not working out.
Yeah, no. Your mood, your attitude, your whole chemistry is thrown off. And I'm now a big believer in, in all of that. So we just got to get back on our business. We had some fun. I'm looking forward to, this night we're going to have hopefully before our anniversary so we can kind of connect on another level and just really relax and just be in our own energy. It's been a while since we've been able just to chill in our own energy.
I mean, we
And I love, yes, we love our child. We love the people that we live with,
But
your mom and your
sometimes
pops.
it's
We love our dogs. I love my job. Let me just cover everybody, my friends, family, so that no one feels offended. But there is nothing like the connection that started all this gangster shit. You know what I mean? Like, that connection that you and I have started all this. Without that connection, none of this is possible. And that is what I miss most. And I thought that...
It's not that it's wearing out. It's just...
Well, it's not wearing out. It's just
like,
needed.
It's just needed. You need
Yes.
you need to reload.
Right. It's a recharge. And I think us doing this podcast is an extension of that.
Reload is what the fucking computer be doing and shit.
We get to talk to one another and kind of hear each other out, laugh or whatever, and connect for a little bit. But for me, and like I tell you, it's just more of that laying next to you with nothing being said, and me getting that pure energy that you give me. The reason that I really fell in love with you was the way you made me feel. Not by anything you did, not by anything that you said, but when I'm with you, my soul is at a peace. And that is something that I miss, because a lot of times we're ripping and running, and then when we are connected, we're connected for a goal. Like, yo, we got some time, let's get it in right now. You know what I mean? Or, oh, well, we got some time, let's discuss this right now. And I miss that time we used to have where we would just come home and be like, yo, we're going to throw on whatever, the first 48. And really would just end up laying next to each other, not really watching or listening to the first 48, but just being around one another and soaking up that energy. And so that's a lot of times where I get the frustration with you, is because those are some of the things I want to do, you know. But in your mind, you want to execute and get stuff done because you've transitioned, in my opinion, from my partner to full-time mommy mode. You know what I mean? And I'm not faulting you at all. I'm just giving you my honest perception.
And it's stressful.
And I
it's
miss
not.
that.
It's not saying I don't want to do it.
Right? No.
But it's just it's stressful at times. Like it really takes a toll on you. I feel just so like my body just feels
right.
Just.
But in those situations, that's when you can call on me to say, "Hey, babe, can you massage me, or can you listen to me? Whatever's going to soothe you." Like even in those situations, I want to be there for you because that also makes me feel a type of way, that I'm able to be your comforter. My biggest frustration is when I need you to be there for me and you're not available physically, emotionally, mentally, or whatever. But I know you're in a place where you want me to be your comforter, but for whatever reason, you're pushing me away. And that is the most frustrating place to be in, because I want you want me, but for whatever reason, there's this wall in between you allowing me in to even comfort you. So that sometimes is rough. But I just want to let you know, when you feel that way, you can always come. You don't have to even say a word. You can just come lay on me. You know what I mean? And I'm going to hug you, kiss you on your forehead, tell you I love you, and just let you be, if that's all you want. You know what I mean? I want to be your blanket. I want to be your warmth again.
Duly noted.
All right, well, let's see what other topics we got here before we get out of here. This was a left.
I'll make sure.
We went
I've been
super
good.
left.
But, like everybody, you have your...
Yeah. Let me quickly ask you. We know some good police officers. I have family who are good police. You have family who are good police as well. So this is not a police slander segment. But news that the Los Angeles sheriffs are investigating officers who are part of what is alleged to be a police gang. So the people who are supposed to protect us from the gangs have their own gangs and are basically accused of doing a whole bunch of criminal shit. One of these gangs is allegedly called the Banditos, and they have matching tattoos and the whole nine. If I'm not mistaken, one of these gentlemen was involved in, had something to do with pulling over Asia Brown, and possibly was also involved in shooting this young man who they're trying to vilify now and say that he had some sort of weapon on him that was illegal and justifies him getting shot in his back. But let me ask you, babe, you being from the hood and living most of your life there, how does it feel to, as you get older, understand that unfortunately a lot of these folks who are there to protect and to serve are there for everything but that?
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Well, it sucks. I mean,
have you ever experienced... No, I'm just asking. Have you ever experienced that where you've thought that, maybe your interactions with police officers went a certain way, or you felt as if you were maybe not cared about?
No, you just never call police.
Is that more of a hood thing, or is that a distrust for the police?
No, it's just, they don't help you. Police don't help you.
And that's what you pretty much have learned. Experience. Okay. So it's just not a broad, general hood mind state. Yeah. That's just,
Where we're from, police don't help you.
Yeah. And I think that it can be true in a lot of areas where, there's not enough police officers out and they're impoverished areas. I can imagine that those cities are not giving the most dollars to those areas and making sure those areas become better places. I've lived in some of those areas and I didn't see community policing and the betterment of an area, a lot of times things got worse, and then the color of the people in those neighborhoods changed before it got better. Thankfully, by the God and the universe's will, I've always been able to hold my own. So when these type of things happen and these changes shift within the landscape, my wife and I have always been able to hold down our family, so we don't have to worry about that. We've had a solid base. So again, all praise due to God and the universe for the blessings bestowed on us. That's real spit. Um, well, let's get out of here because we are running our mouths here. We've had quite an episode, I must say.
Yeah, this is
Sky high, sky high.
I don't know what this is. You know what? But I forgot about the week. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's all that matters. That all that
I
matters.
forgot about the.
Anything else you want to
Blessings,
cover
man.
before we get out of here,
No,
or can we wrap it up?
we can wrap it up.
All right, before I go, shout out to my guy Simon Capone, man. Just want to shout him out. I also want to shout out his girl Rachel. Happy for y'all, man. Much love. Shout out to Matt, my brother, man, and condolences to Ashley, whose father just passed away. That's Matt's lady. Condolences to the family. Matt and Ashley, yes.
Oh no.
You're not on social media anymore, so you don't know these things.
No, I thought
Her father passed away.
My friend Ash.
No. Shout out to Ash, who listens to the show, but Matthew's Ashley. Her father passed away, so
no,
condolences
so
to him. Yeah, it's real out there. Condolences. Oh man, I didn't tell you. My coworker Christina, her bulldog passed away. Same time around as Rusty.
What happened?
I didn't. I'm not gonna ask what happened. That's not my business. I know that she is hurting and he's passed. So that's all that matters to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
You learn how to live with it, and it sucks because you still think about him. I call this with Suge all the time, but
yeah, as much as you try
it's
to
fucked up.
forget your the ones you love or the animals you love, and not that you try to forget, it's just life goes on and a lot of things pops up. That's how much you know that you truly love your folks or love your people, when you remember them in every single thing you do that's not related directly to them. You know what I mean? So just yesterday, Tito and I were watching a video with Rusty, and he's like, "Oh, did you forget about him yet, Daddy?" I'm like, "No, not at all, man. Got millions of memories." And so he doesn't want to forget about him. You know what I mean? He wants to make sure that he always remembers him, and that's love. So rest in peace, Binks. That's Christina's dog. I did not want to not properly show him love, but man, rest in peace, and he's in doggy heaven. Hopefully him and Suge and Rusty get along and play together.
Like Tito would say, look for his star.
Look for a star, yeah,
Can you believe Rusty's still up there? You
Rusty's
can see him. He's been up there every night.
Well, he was consistent. He was loyal. So why would he not be that way in
And right
Starfall?
now, even with all these clouds, it still shines.
Shining. We see you shining, Big Russ. But this has been a really out of place episode of the Moraines.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hopefully
It's
you're cool.
boring.
No, I think we got a lot of good personal stuff off. This wasn't ha 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 jokey jokes, but again, we'll let the people who listen to the show
Next
tell us how
time
you
I ain't
feel.
drinking.
Good. We normally don't drink, but for
I
whatever
know,
reason,
But you put something on that.
come on now,
Date rape and
you
shit.
told me that's not funny. You told me I'm gonna go
I'm just
ahead
laughing.
and I'm gonna drink some rum and Pepsi tonight.
Yes.
You was on
but-
some Tupac, toss it up.
but
Lord
I
have
had
mercy,
to
can we
before.
help
I
them
don't know
all?
why.
It's called tolerance. We old
you know what,
now.
I'm
We don't
tired
drink
too.
no more. You're
'Cause I woke
tired.
up at 4 today.
When's the last time you had hard liquor?
Um.
Exactly. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's your birthday. Almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, almost 2
I was
months.
fucked up then too.
Exactly. So we're not built like we used to. We're not
We
drinking
spike
every.
that shit too with something.
We're not drinking like we used to. You know what I mean? We parents. We different now. We both gonna wake up tomorrow feeling horrible. But we got a son that needs to be fed before 7 o'clock and needs to be in his schooling by 8 o'clock. And hey, as long as he's good and as long as we got him ready to go, we'll try to make it up for the rest of the day. So brilliant move recording tonight, so we have tomorrow to recuperate before we chill with the
Yup.
family on Saturday. High five on that one.
Mm.
So hey, thank you for listening again to this very off episode of the Moragnes. I am Dyami, and you are.
Mimi.
And you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Facebook. You can go ahead and find us on the IvyLeagueRadioShow.com. Download, like, subscribe. We're on YouTube. Support. Until next time, nice Rockwell in the back of us. Peace.
Adios.
Contaminos.